Hi, everybody. It's Steve Dixon here with Keller Williams Edge Realty, and I'm here today with a great guest speaker, Jen Daniel with GP Wealth Management, and she's here to talk to us a little bit about life insurance and disability insurance in a COVID-19 world. So, Jen, I'm going to pass it over to you to do an introductory of yourself, your organization, and we'll take it from there.
Okay. Thanks, Steve. Hi, everyone. Jennifer Daniel. I'm a financial advisor and an insurance advisor with GP Wealth Management and GP Capital Insurance Agency based out of Brantford. I serve clients from Mississauga through Burlington and around the Brantford area. I'm an independent insurance broker, which means I can source insurance from a number of different insurance carriers across Canada.
Perfect. Good stuff. So, Jen, tell us why now is a good time to think about life insurance. Like, there's a lot going on in the world, and why should that be a priority?
Right. Well, a lot of people don't think about life insurance when they're young and when they're healthy. And in fact, that's the best time to get insurance. It often takes a major event like the loss of a loved one or coronavirus that's happening now to remind us how fragile life is and to really see the value in having life insurance in place for yourself and your family. So I think it's a great time right now to reassess and make sure everyone has the proper coverage in place.
Perfect. And maybe you can dive a little bit deeper on why people specifically should have life insurance in general.
So life insurance is really meant to replace lost income if you were to pass away unexpectedly and help your family maintain the same standard of living as when you were alive. So nowadays, a lot of families really rely on two incomes to pay the mortgage and pay the monthly household expenses, raise the children if there's kids involved. It's expensive. So those two incomes are required. But when one spouse passes away unexpectedly, it can leave the other spouse in a tough position where they struggle to pay the bills, perhaps have to sell the house, and have trouble raising the kids on their own. And that's really where life insurance comes in. Life insurance pays a one-time tax-free lump sum benefit to the beneficiary, and they can use that money however they see fit.
Great. In my world or realtors world in general, we hear our clients and our mortgage brokers talking about mortgage insurance. And then, life insurance is obviously a topic for many people. So can you elaborate about the difference between the two?
So mortgage insurance is a type of life insurance. Now, keep in mind with mortgage insurance, the bank is the beneficiary. So if one of the spouses on the mortgage were to pass away, the mortgage is paid off, so the bank is happy, but the other spouse left behind isn't given any money to continue to pay the other household expenses on a regular basis. So term life insurance can be a great alternative to mortgage insurance because you pick the beneficiary and it's not the bank. And that beneficiary can use that money to pay the mortgage, pay regular household expenses. And the bonus is that term life insurance is often less expensive than mortgage insurance at the bank.
Okay, good to know. So how should our viewers decide, how much coverage they should apply for? What's right for them, basically?
Right. So when I sit down with my clients, or right now it's having phone calls or video calls, I conduct an assessment and help determine what the right amount of insurance is for their needs, the right type of insurance, because there are a lot of different types of insurance, and also take into consideration their budget. So I don't want to see anyone spending any more than they need to on insurance, but I also like to make sure that they have the proper coverage in place if something were to happen.
Okay, great. What does the application process look like, Jen, in a current COVID-19 world? What are you doing differently now as opposed to before March?
Well, insurance companies have had to tweak their process during coronavirus due to
Okay.
physical distancing. There are no paramedicals happening right now. Paramedicals are when the nurse comes into your home, she takes your blood, your urine sample, vitals, and they use that to assess your health and the risk of insuring you, for your coverage. Paramedicals aren't happening right now, but the good news is they often aren't even required anymore. Several of the companies I deal with use predictive analytics and just ask a series of medical questions, and depending on your age and your medical history, you could get coverage for up to $1 million with no paramedical.
Wow. Okay. Good to know. I mean, besides life insurance, what other forms of insurance should people be thinking about in current times?
So life insurance is definitely the one people think of first when they're thinking of getting an individual policy. However, I would say it's not the one I feel is most important, and I'll tell you why. So for somebody who's age 40, they have a 1 in 14 chance of dying before the age of 65. They have a 1 in 5 chance of becoming disabled for more than 90 days before the age of 65. So the likelihood of becoming disabled is much greater than the chance of death. And that's where disability insurance comes into play. So disability doesn't mean that you're in a wheelchair. Disability just means you're unable to work and unable to earn an income. That could be due to an injury or an illness. So some examples of disabilities include you're playing pickup hockey with your friends on the weekend and you break a leg. You're unable to work for 6 months. It could be something like you're diagnosed with cancer, where you go through treatments, and after a year or two, you're back to work. A disability could also be something more serious, where you have a stroke, and that stroke leaves you unable to work for the rest of your life. So there's a wide range of disabilities and timeframes. But bottom line, people need to ask themselves, would I be able to pay my bills if I was off work for 90 days, a year, the rest of my life? What would that financially do to you? So disability insurance helps protect those needs. And there are also lots of other types of insurance as well that we talk through: critical illness, various forms of business insurance for business owners. That's all reviewed as part of a risk management assessment.
Great. It sounds like insurance can be a pretty complex topic, and perhaps, no such thing as a one size fits all type approach. Everyone's needs, I would imagine, are unique to their family. So is there anything else you can add, Jen, before closing off on this informative topic today?
So I would encourage everyone to take the time right now to review their financial situation and think about their insurance needs. In a lot of cases, people have bought insurance in the past, haven't thought about it in a long time, and perhaps their needs have changed. So pull out the paperwork, have a look, reassess based on where you're at now in your life. And if you need a hand with that, that's one thing I do offer. I offer free, no cost assessments, second opinions, and I can provide a quote to compare to what people already have existing.
That's great. So for our viewers, Jen, how can they reach out to you if they have any questions or are interested in moving forward with any quotes?
Yep, they can reach out by email, phone, find me on Facebook or on my website. So my phone number is 519-732-7741. Email is jdaniel@gpwealth.ca. They can find me on Facebook at Jennifer Daniel Advisor, or my website, jenniferdaniel.gpwealth.ca.
That's great, Jen. Thanks so much. It's been a very informative topic today, and I hope our viewers enjoyed. Until our next recording, everyone, take care and stay safe. Thanks, Jen.
See you.